Yo, what is good, YouTube? What's up, PlayStation Nation? Jay Barry here, and I'm back with another video here to talk about the new PlayStation 5 system software update. I was gonna do this video during the beta, but I felt like, you know what, let me wait till the official release of the update come out, and then I will see what they have improved from the beta, or if they improved anything from the beta. But I'm just going to give my overview, you know, show some stuff as far as like what they are doing here when it comes to this update, and give some critiques as well, like things I want to improve when it comes to this system software update. So let's get into it. Let's talk about the new PlayStation 5 update. And let's get it, man. So one of the major things that they're promoting here with the update is now PlayStation 5 will support 1440p HDMI video output. So for you to get to that stuff, you simply got to go to your settings, and then simply go to your settings here, and you go to screen and video, and then from there you'll be able to, you know, set your resolutions and all that stuff on here. Right now I have my my monitor plugged in, not in the proper HDMI. Matter of fact, it's through the Elgato, so it's not going to pick up the 1440p or the 4K, because I'm streaming through Elgato, and the Elgato is only 1080p 60 frames. So currently it's at 1080p, but I have it set to automatic. But if it wasn't, you'll be able to click on here 1440p if you have a monitor or, you know, TV that support. I'm pretty sure there's no TV, but this is more so for like monitors. If you have a monitor that support 1440p, you'll be now able to support that resolution. Before, it was only 1080p or 4K. So when you was doing the system UI stuff, if you were not at a 4K monitor, if you play on monitor, you were outputting at 1080p when it comes to the system UI and things. But yeah, so you have that 1440p HDMI video output, and you can test it here if you want to. But once again, like I said, I'm capturing from my Elgato HD60S, so you won't be able to see that stuff there. The next thing, and I feel like one of the major updates here, the major thing that, you know, this update offers is now games list. So they kind of brought the folders back, but it didn't really bring the folders back, but they brought it back in a very smart place, in my opinion. This is actually something that I was alluding to my thoughts, because I kind of like the PS5, you know, home screen. You have the specific games that you're playing at the moment, and, you know, those are the games that you're recently playing or whatnot, right? And if you just wanted to go into your folder, you know, you'll go into your, you know, whatever in your games, in your game library. The PS4, you could have had like a folder all over the place on the main dynamic hub, but it looked messy. You know what I mean? It doesn't look as clean as this looks, in my personal opinion. But what they did here now is that when you go to your game library, you can go and head over to your collection. So you just press the R1 button, and now you will be able to see or create the games list that you know, created or you're going to create. So currently right now I have 3 games lists on so pretty much 3 folders on my PlayStation 5. And I like this a lot, because now the games list is on top of everything. Like, I have a lot of PlayStation games, but as you can see right here, this is from my PS4 and PS5, where it's 967 games just, you know, already downloaded or being ready to download, or, you know, pre-ordered or whatnot. And that includes betas and demos and all that stuff too. But what is cool is that you have that games list on the top here, and then, you know, you can go and pick whatever you want to pick from right there from your games list, which I think is pretty cool. And you can also name your games list as well. The one thing I don't like about the games list, and I thought that they would improve this, you know, by the time, you know, the actual update came out, is how it's sorted on how to create a games list. So I'm going to show you how you can create a games list right here. And now, go along and just pretty much talk about my gripes when it comes to creating a games list. So you can either create a games list by selecting a game right here and pressing the start button, where you can say add to game list, or you can just go right here to the right, create a games list. So I'm going to show you both ways. So the one to the left here, where you have the actual games list button, we're going to show that first. So what you do here, create a games list, and this is what I don't like about the games list right now, is how they sort things and how you're able to create a games list. So right now it has it sorted from A to Z, all the games I have on the PlayStation 4, my hard drive, and the PlayStation 5. And there's no other way to sort to going through all these games. So if I wanted to go and create a Call of Duty games list, I would have to scroll all the way to C right here to see until I get to Call of Duty or something. You know what I mean? And I feel like that is kind of lame. So let's say the first game I want to create is something with a Z. I'm gonna have to go all the way down. You know what I mean? We gotta go all the way down to find something that will have like a Z on here. Let's just go all the way down to the Z, or if there's anything on. Let's say War Thunder. I wanted to put War Thunder in a games list. That's what I have to do to find this game. And then the next game I want to find, I got to go all the way up and then all the way down, rather than just having a proper sorting or a search bar. You know what I mean? It kind of makes the games that's going through the games just a little bit like tedious, because I don't want to scroll through 967 games just to create a games list. Like, yeah, I wouldn't have that issue if I was able to either sort what I wanted to do. Like, hey, let me go to find a first-person shooter, or let me go find fighting games, or let me go find an RPG, and sort from there from all the games that I have, or have a proper search button within the add to games list section. I would have no issue with that. There's another way that you can pretty much create a games list. If you go to a game like Call of Duty, we're going to have Call of Duty here, and we're going to say add to games list. So what you would do is you're going to click on the add to games list, and it's going to give you an option if you want to add it to all the other the games list that you already have created. So if you pretty much create a games list with just one game, right? So I have my fall hype. I put one game in there, and that's the Diofield, the Diofield Chronicles, right? So if I was to continue with that, I can sort from here. So I'm going to sort from most purchased right here, and then I will go to something like, where is Valkyrie Elysium at? Let's go to Gotham Knights, and I'll start Gotham Knights here, and then I'll click add games list, fall hype. Now when I go all the way up here, you're going to see Gotham Knights in that list. So that is cool in my opinion. But if I want to do something like, let's say RPGs, I'm going to go just dive in here. I'm going to say add to game list, but I want to create a new games list. The game, I already have that game selected, but now I got to find all these RPGs from A to Z that I have on here, which I just think is just, it's not the way to do it. I think PlayStation can clean that up when it comes to the game list. I do like the aspect of creating a games list and having a games list, because you just easy access to all your games. But if you have a lot of games downloaded to your PlayStation, that's PlayStation 4 hard drive that's hooked up to your PS5 or your PS5 hard drive, or the eternal SSD hard drive, you're going to have a long time creating these games lists. So, but the added the games list, I think is really, really cool, but it definitely needs a clean up in my opinion. So hopefully they can implement some new changes, sorting options, and actual search bar to clean up that creation process up a little bit. The next thing they added here is the whole, you can compare 3D audio to stereo audio. And this is like a game changer here, because you actually can really, really hear the difference between like your 3D audio and you know, a regular stereo audio. So I have my monitor hooked up to like external speakers. So I have it here for 3D audio. I don't know if this is gonna, you know, pretty much I don't know if this is gonna come out on this on the capture, but let's see. Let's see. Let's just measure this. Well, no, we're not going to do all that. But you can pretty much compare your stuff. I've been doing it on the headphones as well, where I can just compare the 3D audio and the stereo audio, and it's a stark difference between the two. So if you guys want to be sold on 3D audio, this is where you're going to be sold on it, especially if you have one of those Pulse headsets or one of those InZone you know, headsets. You would definitely hear the difference between just the water ripples and, you know, everything around you, surrounds you in the game and whatnot. So the next thing they added here, which I think is a really good and clean update here, is it's easier to access your in-game progress activities. So one of the things that they did here is that they made it much easier to just start an activity that you already was doing within game. So here's The Last of Us Part 1, the remake, and you can just start the activity here if you want to go permadeath or whatnot. You can view all your activities here, you know what I mean, add permadeath to it, because I'm doing like a permadeath run. It's the last thing I was doing. And yeah, you can just quickly go boom and start that activity. Or, you know, before you can just do all those things through the cards, which I felt like it was easy to navigate and pretty much process. Like if I wanted to do a speed run, just press square and start that card. If I wanted to do, you know, something else or resume my last save as far as like, you know, my survivor run, you know, my new game plus survivor run, I can start that here right from, you know, the cards. But it does add in just a, you know, just another section rather than just play game. They added, hey, start the activity, just for easier, you know, access, which I think is cool. I think it's cool, but for me, it's a little bit not necessary. But you know, for some people, you know, they probably didn't really, you know, see that stuff. So yes, here's another one with Dust Diver. If I just want to resume where I left off, I can just click that button right there, and I go right back to where, you know, I last left off in the game. You know, but because this game doesn't have like the card system, so it works for these games right here, especially the ones that are not using the card. All right, so next thing we have here is request share screen. So if
the 2016 NBC series This Is Us is a dramatic comedy focusing on the Pearson family.
Alexa going ham.
I'm having trouble hearing. Can you say that again?
No, I didn't want you to say nothing. That's when you do a video live, guys. Got Alexa in the background. So when you go into your party, and I'm gonna, you know, I think I have a party here with myself. Not a close part. I'm going to let me see if I can go to a whole party. Go to a message here. So I have creating a party here. So if I wanted to like request to share my screen or whatnot, you click here. But no, he's not in the party, so it won't be. You know what I mean? We'll have to show this like live when I'm actually in a party. But you pretty much can request to share your screen within the party. That's an easier. They just streamlined that to make it a much easier process to do that. You know, one of these days I'll showcase that in a live actual party. And they also have the whole joinable game notification. So you know what I mean. So if you get your little invite or you have it in a group, you can just join the group that's, you know, playing a game. Like they have one here listed where it's saying you're using Destruction All Stars. And if you're in a party and they're playing Destruction All Stars, you can just like, oh, let me just join the group. So it does make it easier to just join like a game party. The one thing I do like about the game base is what they implemented here. So I have a message between myself here. Now you can just share like stickers and voice messages in the game base much easier with this add button here. So you have your quick message option, you have your voice message option, screenshot, video clip, and then sticker option here. So it just makes it much easier to share you know, stuff between your friends. Before you had to like dig down a little bit, or you had to go into the message, and it was a process here, you know. And this is from the last update. If you want to start a party here, if you want to invite to a game, and here is like if you just want to view the members in your party, and then if you click on the three buttons, you add to your favorite, turn off notification, your group setting, leave group, delete group, view group, you know, simple stuff. And yeah, pretty much that is the gist of this update, to be honest with you. The main big thing was, you know, the 1440p. I think you can like you can YouTube search through voice commands. You know, that's something that we got to play with as well. But you can just use the voice commands and do like a YouTube search. And one thing, like I said, one thing I do like about the PlayStation, that you can like pin things to the screen and you can access YouTube through there. I think I did do a video showcasing that, where if you message yourself like youtube.com or whatnot. So let me see if I can just do this right now. We're gonna message myself. I'll message that, and then from here we can click on this. This is like the old way of doing it. And then here, from here, you can pretty much just put the stuff to the side. You can pin this to the side and just do what you got to do here on the PlayStation. But I think you can use the voice commands here, and then, you know, search through YouTube from there or whatnot. But we'll figure that out another day. But the main thing I really wanted to show here is pretty much the 1440p and how to access that stuff with your monitor. You can test out the 3D audio stuff, and the games list. And the games list is a cool and unique idea, because I do love folders and I do like where they have them placed, but I just want the creation process of the games list to be much easier, you know, with adding, you know, sorting options and a search bar, to be frank. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on how you guys feel about the PlayStation 5 new update. Are you liking it? Do you like the 1440p? Do you like the games list? Are you going to scroll through all your games to create a games list, or aka folder? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Boy Jay Barry, hopefully you enjoyed the video. I'm gone. Deuces.